Hi and welcome. In this session, we'll be looking at supply and demand and the impacts it may have on workforce planning. Now, supply and demand trends form the basis of the modern economy. Each specific good or service will have its own supply and demand relationship. If customers demand a good or a service and are willing to pay more for it, producers will add to the supply. As the supply increases, the price will fall, given the same level of demand. Now, to go into this in a bit more detail, we can start by looking at supply. Supply refers to the total amount of a specific good or service that is available to consumers at a specific price, or the amount available across a range of prices. Typically, supply increases with increase in price, as firms look to maximise profits. Now, to understand price, the price of a good or a service at which the quantity supplied is equal to the quantity demanded is also called the market clearing price. At this point, buyers want to buy exactly the same amount that sellers want to sell. Now, if the price were higher, however, sellers would want to sell more than buyers would want to buy. Likewise, if the price were lower, quantity demanded would be greater than quantity supplied. Now, demand refers to the amount of goods and services that buyers are willing to purchase. Typically, demand decreases with increases in price, and demand can be affected by change in income, changes in price, and changes in relative price. Now, this trend can be graphically represented with a demand curve. The demand curve represents an important way to analyse purchasing ability and preferences of consumers. Through analysis of the demand curve, a business can make decisions related to changes in pricing and production. Now, this can help a business achieve optimal profits while meeting the consumer demand. For example, you were at some point producing quantity Q1 at price P1, which satisfied the market demand at D1. Now we find that the demand went up to D2. Great, customers like the product. So either you get to increase the quantity or increase the price. Now, a supply curve must also be taken into account when analysing the market and demand for a product. The intersection of the demand curve and the supply curve represents equilibrium in the marketplace for that particular product or service. Now, a business that understands the implication of this relationship can prevent product shortages and surpluses, and that is good business. I hope this session has helped you to understand a little more about the role that supply and demand has in business. Thanks, and see you again soon.